As we inch closer and closer to John Cena's final match, the talk amongst the entire WWE universe is once again, who is John Cena's final opponent going to be? That has basically been the talk since John Cena announced his retirement tour. And now that we are so close to that finish line, the talks are starting to come up again. And rightfully so, because it is a really, really important decision. Not just for me, not just for you, not just for WWE, not just for John Cena, not just for whoever the opponent is going to be. And my question that I'm going to ask to you guys today is not who should John Cena's last opponent be, but when should WWE announce John Cena's final opponent? So that is the purpose of today's video. We are going to talk all about the question that I just asked. When should WWE announce John Cena's last opponent? And real quickly, before we get too far ahead in the video, I want to say that if you are a WWE fan, consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. That is all we post is WWE related content. So if you're a WWE fan, again, consider subscribing. It's free. You can always change your mind later. So when I'm looking at this question, I'm not talking about who John Cena's last opponent is going to be. Obviously, I've made plenty of videos about who John Cena's last opponent is going to be on this channel. And I'm sure you could go onto YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and probably Twitter, and you could find other people talking about who the final opponent for John Cena is going to be. But something that I think is very, very important that goes into announcing the last opponent is when they do it. When does WWE announce the final opponent for John Cena? Because I think that that is really important as well. Because on one hand, if you announce it early enough, then you're able to kind of build a story around the match and have it not just be about John Cena's last match. Even though the story of Cena's last match is most likely going to be the story that they use, I still think that they could do a little more instead of just that story. And if we're being honest, I could totally see them announcing this about maybe a week or two in advance. But the more I thought about it, the more I kind of wanted it to be a surprise. And I started thinking about this because of the recent success that we've been seeing with the United States Championship Open Challenge. First it was Sami Zayn, now we're seeing it with Ilya Dragunov. That has been one of the more popular things that WWE has been doing over the past couple months because it builds suspense and the anticipation, and we finally get the surprise of who is actually going to take on Ilya Dragunov. And I think if WWE plays their cards right, having John Cena's last opponent be a surprise until the very end could work very, very well. Now, obviously, this is a concept that isn't new to WWE. We know that they have done this time and time again. We just saw it at WrestleMania 42 with Randy Orton. We also saw it happen with Cody Rhodes' return at WrestleMania 38 against Seth Rollins. So while this wouldn't be a new thing for WWE to do, now the tricky part is making sure whoever the mystery opponent would be is going to be someone that people actually want to see in John Cena's last match. Because if it's someone that the WWE Universe doesn't want to see, then it could go south very, very fast. But if they pick the right opponent, then we could have ourselves a legendary moment, even more so than it's already going to be. So I think the first avenue that I talked about them announcing it in advance and actually giving it time to build kind of a proper story on top of it being John Cena's last match, I think that's the more safer option, obviously. And if they want to go down the other route and have it be a total surprise, there's a lot more risk in that. But honestly, I'd be okay with them trying to take a risk. And again, we also got to take a look at John Cena in all of this. Because this is going to be John Cena's last match, this is obviously going to be his last entrance, his last everything. So do they want to have John Cena go out first and have the opponent be a total surprise? Because if they do that, then that would give the crowd a little more time to just be kind of one-on-one with John Cena. Because after the match, yeah, we're obviously going to get that one-on-one, but most likely there will be a million and other two people in that ring with Cena. And because the connection between John Cena and the crowd is so damn strong, it wouldn't be the worst idea to have him come out first. And that's not saying that they couldn't still do that with an already announced opponent. So this is where I want to hear from you guys. When do you think WWE should announce John Cena's final opponent? Do you think that they should announce it in advance, or do you want it to be a total surprise? As always, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments, and while you're down there, swing by the description and click the Linktree link. That is the only link in bio for a reason, and that is because it'll take you to all of the social media platforms for this channel. I do strongly suggest going and checking out our X page. Despite YouTube, I'm most active over on X. We do updates for Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, and the PLEs. Another place that you can go and find us on is over on TikTok. Because the TikTok page is still relatively new, the only content that goes up there is just clips from these videos, and it's just another place for me to post when I upload a video to YouTube. But I am starting to slowly do more of the WWE related things over there. So if you're scrolling on TikTok one day and you come across one of those videos, drop a like, drop a follow, show it some love. I'm really trying to grow that page a lot, and it would really mean a lot to me. So with all that said and done, that is going to do it for this video here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hit the like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button. Both are free, and both really help out the channel a lot. And if you have made it to this point of the video, I want to say thank you very much for taking the time out of your busy day to watch these videos here, because it genuinely means the world to me. And as always, stay tuned for more WWE content coming in the future. We'll see you next time.